hope y'all been taking care of yourself, bro. No cap for every day. Take care of yourself. Every moment, take care of yourself. Good. We back with another video, bro. No cap. But today we got top 5 creepy $100 caught on camera. Creepy dogs. I ain't gonna cap. I ain't gonna say I ain't just never been scared of them, but I been having a little iffy feeling about them. Cause you ever just watch them like nigga, you move, nigga, like I'm gone, nigga. I'm like, you ain't seeing me. I'm like, without further ado, let's get straight to the video.
Top 5 haunted dolls caught moving on camera, part 2. Now, a couple weeks ago, we posted part 1 to this, and you guys seem to love it as it currently has almost 28,000 likes. So I thought we'd make a part 2.
I got you.
So yeah, real quick before we begin, I really want to know if you guys think ghosts are real or not. Right now, go in the comments and let me know your opinion, as I'm super interested in hearing it.
Real, you can't tell
Anyways,
me.
with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 5. So this video is kind of creepy right from the start, but the more you watch, the scarier it gets. I mean, seeing this little girl playing with her dolls all alone is kind of weird anyway. When you notice what the dolls are doing, the weirdness hits a whole other level. Not just that, but after a while, it starts to move all by itself, swaying and nodding its head like it's asking the little girl if it could join in. Now that's scary enough to make me throw away the dolls for sure, but obviously she didn't, because creepy stuff just keeps happening to her. Like she's just quietly coloring when all of a sudden all the paper starts to move before flying off the table completely.
Yeah, for real?
Now obviously the kid is freaked out and she runs away, but the cameras are still running, so we get to see the table start to drag itself across the room too. Honestly, I have no idea whether the doll is making that happen or if whatever possessed the doll just moved into the room, but still, I think it might be time for them to move out.
Yeah. I was gonna move after a second. I saw it could. DJ me.
Number 4. Okay, so if I'm being totally honest, someone should have guessed this doll was bad news, because it looks way too terrifying to be normal. I mean, come on, look at it. It's dressed all in black with a creepy white face and huge eyes. I mean, it basically looks like it came straight out of a horror movie. Anyway, it seems like this is another doll that got jealous, because while this mom was asking her kid about a new toy, the doll was sat in the background listening. And then that brings us to the biggest mistake, because as soon as the daughter calls the toy lovable, you can see the doll raise its arm, and what happens after that is even crazier.
Shit, I was gonna raise
as soon as it moves its arm, the candle starts to roll away, even though the two of them definitely weren't touching it. I mean, it's almost like the doll could make stuff around it move, and it wasn't too happy that its owner had a new favorite toy. I mean, let's be real here. If I was that little girl, I think I'd throw away the lovable bear altogether.
Hi, baby. You like your new toy? Yeah. No. What's his name? Lovable. Get away from me. Lovable. Sure his name isn't like Fred or Henry?
Bro, got telekinesis.
Oh.
Number 3. Now, I'm not gonna pretend this is the worst jump scare ever made, but considering it's real life, you gotta admit, it's kinda creepy. I mean, this little girl is just making 2 of her Barbie dolls have a cute little conversation, but one of them decides to show it's really not happy with the game. Basically, after she responds to her dad talking to her from another room, one of the Barbies snaps its head around to look at her and stares at her straight in the face. Now, obviously the girl screams and drops it, and the whole thing goes by so fast it's hard to know what happened, but slowing it right down just makes it even scarier. Like, there is no mistaking what happens. The Barbie looks around all by itself, and something about the way it does is totally mad. So yeah, I think it's about time we start burning all these dolls, because man, it's getting really creepy.
Big cap. No, I know this is real though.
Sora, vem comer!
Tá bom!
It ain't funny, but it is.
Number 2. Okay, so there isn't really that many things out there that are creepier than a spooky old doll, but a whole collection of them is definitely worse. Like, this woman had tons and tons of them all laid out in one corner. When she decided to film her scary little family for a video, she got way more than she bargained for. Like, having to look at each of them in the face as the camera goes by is bad enough, but then one of the dolls does something straight up terrifying, then goes back to acting like nothing happened. To be fair, it's pretty small and pretty quick, but one of the dolls definitely moves. Like, it's kind of hard to see, but as the camera goes past, it quickly moves its arm back to its side, like it's scared that it's gonna get caught out. Then it just completely freezes straight after, and it happens so quickly that you could almost kick yourself into thinking made it up. But no, the creepy doll totally moved.
I couldn't do it, fool, like this.
The scariest thing is that it's easy to imagine that they're all alive, and whenever their owner goes to sleep, they all start wandering around the house getting up to who knows what. I mean, that'd be crazy. It'd be like Toy Story in real life, except it's really creepy dolls.
Part in it, bitch. Pulling that whole juking. Bro, you can't tell me all of them just ain't, I mean, all of them.
Number 1. So this video is creepy all by itself. When you take into account the doll's super scary backstory, it's even harder to watch. Basically, the previous owner gave up this weird looking puppet because it apparently tried to strangle him while he slept. Like, it literally snuck into his room and tried to kill him while his wife slept beside him.
A puppet?
So obviously he gave it away to an expert, who locked it in a glass box and filmed it for months, trying to prove that it really was more than it seemed. And so yeah, she pretty much managed it, because some of the footage is so hard to explain that, well, there's only one real logical explanation that we all know. Like, it gets so terrifying. I mean, you can see the puppet's little wooden cross move away from it all the way across the box, and then it suddenly drops to the floor again in the corner.
Damn. Folks said Toy Story did not lie.
And there's a video on the top 5 haunted dolls moving on camera part 2. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe to see whenever we upload a video.
You know what
also,
I'm saying?
if you want top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to search me in any form in the description to submit it.
You feel what I'm saying?
With that said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you all in the next video.
If y'all enjoyed, click the like button. If y'all enjoyed life, just subscribe to me. You feel me? You gonna be good over here. We all grow together. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I'm out.